Oh, they're kissing. It's so cute. So to recap, your net should ideally have a diameter that is big enough to contain the entire length of your koi. You want it to have a bucket, a dish shape, and you want it to be a material that's as soft as possible.
Yeah.
The length of the handle is not as important. It's mainly for you to be able to reach as deep as your pond is. So if you have a short one or a long one, it's really just for to help you. And honestly, the longer the net, the heavier it is. So yeah, I'm not a big fan. Sometimes you have those long nets and I'm just like rowing a boat because it's so heavy.
Exactly.
You gotta do what you gotta do, right?
Yeah.
Movement of the net. When it's in the water, ideally you want it to move
Slice through that water.
rather than scooping through the water.
Yep.
Yes, you can catch a lot more fish that way, but I can't guarantee the condition of the fish once you find it's in your net. And it's gonna make you way more tired because you're
Working
fighting
really hard, yeah.
the water. So slicing, least amount of energy used, maximum velocity gained.
Yes.
And when you are netting the fish, you want to go low, as low as possible.
Bring your net as close to the bottom as possible. Corral the fish into a corner if possible, because that's the easiest place to catch them.
And using a seesaw motion kind of to try to direct the fish almost to actually come into the net rather than you forcing it into the net.
Yep.
And always follow the head of the fish. The direction the head is going is
how you can predict where it's gonna go. You can see that it takes them a long time to kind of turn around to switch directions. So you can see that, judge based off of where their head is going, so you can be prepared to start moving the other way.
So when you're catching a big fish in a little net, what you want to make sure is you don't put the entire fish in the net. If the whole length of the fish is longer than the diameter of the net, then you want to make sure that you have only the head and the front fins in the net.
Yeah.
And essentially what you're doing is you're not catching the fish, but you're just guiding it so that you can put it in a bigger bowl or in a bag or something else. But you want to make sure that you don't keep the fish in the net once your net breaks water.
So what you want to do when you have little net, big fish, is you want to get the head of the fish into the dish of the net and slowly bring it up while maintaining keeping the head in the net so that the fish doesn't jump. So it's a bit tricky, and I don't recommend it for beginners because it can be risky when dealing with bigger fish. You really should invest in the proper equipment
if
for
you're
catching
having
your
big
fish. But essentially, it's just like this. Especially, you can really see coming into play where Mickey is talking about this back and forth. You don't want to try and catch the whole fish in the net. You just want to keep the head in there and bring it towards you so that you can get it in your bowl, or you can get it in your bag, or get it in your sock net, or however you're going to transfer it out of the pond. It's very important not to catch the whole fish in there because you don't want it getting in the net and then putting all its power into its tail and just snapping its tail.
So again, very calm, stay very calm. And you always try to follow the head and never have the tail in the net.
Something to point out here where it's in the corner and it starts going up, you want to kind of back off because sometimes they can jump and just fly out of there. So if you see that happening, it's best to back away and let the fish turn around and face its head down again.
So this is a technique that, again, we don't recommend to novices. This is something that, you know, is best done by somebody with a little bit more experience, or with people who aren't worried about damaging big fish.
Yeah. So just like that, you know, keeping the head in the net pointed so that way you can control where the fish is moving. If it gets out, it gets out. Take your time.
Just
don't
make
rush
sure
it.
that you don't have the tail in the net.
Yep.
Once the tail goes into the net, just walk back away. It's not even like,
it's not worth the risk.
it's not worth the risk. So again, head, net, just trap it in.
Just guide it.
Guide it in, and you
Pull
just,
through.
you're literally just keeping it up like that. And
Yep.
then from here, you're
You know,
transferring it to a different,
like a bowl, or even if you feel confident in grabbing it by hand, to then move it to the next area where you need to inspect or view the fish.
yeah. So this is a preview of what's coming up in the future. In the
Yep.
next videos, we're going to teach you how to handle your fish by hand, by bag, by sea,
By air.
by air.
Yep. And it's pretty easy once you get the hang of it. It's relatively easy.
It's not really about strength, it's more about balance.
Finesse and balance. Even though all the photos of everybody lifting the fish up going,
So I hope you enjoyed that video. And again, the series on how to handle your fish, I hope you enjoyed it. There's going to be more on this topic coming soon.
yep.
There's a lot to learn about koi, and I hope you enjoy our videos. Until next time.
See you later.